Not gonna lie, this is my first virtual summit I've ever done. I feel like I haven't done one of these since COVID. It's been some time. Um, no, yeah, I think we all remember COVID times when everyone was living on their devices, and every interaction we did was literally just like this, a Zoom call. But the longer I've been in this industry, the more I kind of look back at COVID and think that that was kind of a pivotal moment for our industry. I mean, it seems like just overnight we went from discovering products at the mall to discovering products through content and scrolling feeds. We went from measuring foot traffic to measuring page views. I think in essence, COVID kind of fundamentally changed the way that we shop, and was sort of a catalyst for the world of social commerce. So even, I mean, it's quite evolved these days, but I still believe we're very early. Hence, a lot of things I'm going to speak about today. I do think the industry is moving incredibly fast. I mean, every day I feel like I'm learning something new. Even today, I've been watching for the last couple hours of this panel, and there was major takeaways from every single speaker, which to me is quite exciting. We're seeing consumer behaviors changing. We're seeing platforms evolve. We're seeing brands constantly innovate their approach. And again, to me, that's super exciting that yes, we've been in it for some time, but also, yes, things are changing. There's going to be new things to discover, and there's new things that we can always implement. So today, again, I know there's a lot of very, interesting people speaking on, strategies, tools, and tactics. So instead of just bringing another playbook to the table, I wanted to do something a little bit different and just take some time to speak on misconceptions and some trends that I'm actually seeing in social commerce. I do believe social commerce will continue to evolve, and one thing that I have learned is what works today may not work tomorrow. So again, these are just some of the things that we've been monitoring, tracking, and things that literally are knocking on the doorstep. The first sort of misconception that I hear, and this is at this point almost on a daily basis, and I guarantee I'm not the only one, but this is people using the terms influencer and affiliate interchangeably. And to be honest, they're not the same. Um, Influencers are known because of who they are, and affiliates are known because of what they sell. Influencers build audiences around their personality, their lifestyle, their expertise, and then they naturally integrate brands into the content that they create. And then affiliates build trust by consistently recommending products that solve real problems and deliver value. So one creates demand and the other captures the demand. So in essence, they're solving two distinctly different business problems. You know, historically, influencers are great at building awareness, but in today's age, true ROI from an influencer can be difficult to measure, primarily because their impact is going to be driven from multiple touch points, and it just makes the direct attribution a bit tricky. But on the other hand, affiliates, they're exceptional at driving action. Every click, every conversion, every sale can be directly attributed back to the creator, making performance measurable from start to finish. But the biggest reason I think that the misconception that influencers and affiliates are the same, I think is so important is because I think the way that brands build and measure awareness is changing. As most people here today probably know, we're getting past the days of relying on EMV or the earned media value and trying to guess the impact of a campaign. Whereas today, brands can actually activate thousands of affiliates, creating highly targeted content across thousands of channels, and all while knowing exactly what's working and what's not working. And then because of these social algorithms that are rewarding performance, that means the better that the content converts, the more reach, the more distribution, and the more awareness that it earns. So I believe that we are stepping into, I should say, we're leaving buying awareness and we're stepping into earning awareness through content that performs. Now, this is not me telling everyone just to eliminate the role of influencers in their marketing plans. I do think influencers remain incredibly valuable for things like social proof, brand credibility, cultural moments. But I do think it's important that brands should be intentional about when they need influence and when they need performance. Because today, performance isn't just about generating sales, it's actually becoming the most powerful driver for awareness. And I believe the brands that can understand how to leverage both and know when to use both will have a significant advantage. Um, so this kind of brings me into the next trend that I've been watching, because I don't think marketing is the only thing that's changing. I actually think affiliates themselves are evolving. And what I mean by that is, for years, brands would focus on KOLs. These are key opinion leaders. These are going to be your celebrities, your athletes, your macro influencers, individuals who have built an audience because of who they are. But then as the industry shifted, consumers started trusting people who looked and felt more like they did. And this gave rise to what we call a KOC, a key opinion consumer. And this is sort of in essence where we're at now. And this is everyday people sharing authentic product experiences where authenticity has become the competitive advantage. But I believe we are entering into the next phase, which is the KOS, a key opinion seller. And a KOS is not someone who is simply using the products or reviewing them. This is someone who's generally great at helping people discover and confidently buy products. So KOLs can help consumers discover, KOCs will help consumers trust, and KOSs help consumers make buying decisions. And I think this is really important, because KOSs aren't just driving sales, they're actually becoming long-term brand assets. Unlike doing a one-off influencer campaign, KOSs can be identified early and actually developed over time and grow alongside your brand. So the goal isn't just to find someone who can sell your products today. The goal is to build a network of trusted sellers who believe in your brand, they become experts in your products, and they will continue to create value. So this is where I think the industry is heading. Brands won't just recruit affiliates, they'll actually incubate them. So this all ties into my third and sort of final trend that I've been noticing. And this is one that, myself and Outlandish were incredibly bullish in. And it's most fascinating to me because it's not actually happening online, it's happening offline. And I'm referring to analog activations. And for those of you out there that are Gary Vee fans, he mentioned this, I want to say back in February of 26, a few months back. But the more digital commerce becomes and the more AI is becoming a core business strategy, the need for human connection is arguably more valuable than ever. And the brands that I see that are building the strongest ecosystems, they aren't just investing in technology, they're actually investing in people. And I'm seeing things like creator dinners, community matchmaking events, branded experiences. I actually, the very beginning of this summit, I'm terrible with names, so I'm not even going to try. But there was a young lady on here speaking as an affiliate, working with a big K beauty brand. She was actually flown out to Korea to check out the factory and meet HQ. And these experiences have this incredible impact that she still remembers to this day. And these relationships, the stronger they can become, the stronger that your ecosystem will become. Even on our side, we actually run the largest affiliate seller matchmaking event. It's SE Fest. I don't know if anyone's heard of it. Some of you might be familiar, but we are actually in the midst of doing our global tour this year. And there is a number of affiliates, even a few that I was speaking with last night. They are literally traveling from destination to destination to international destinations to be a part of these events. And it's because they get a sense of this community and this belonging, getting handshakes, hugs, face-to-face time, and actually not just living behind a screen, but actually giving this real in-person experience. So for me, offline activations are a trend that I see becoming incredibly powerful. And as you can probably see from behind me, this is something that we've been in for a long time. We actually have the very first online offline shopping experience in Santa Monica. And it's primarily to start building a community and getting these offline things with people who have no idea about live shopping and social commerce to people that are experts and they're going live 80, 100, 150 hours a day. We have 18 booths here. We have customers come in every single day. They go, what is happening. And we talk to them and they fall in love. I've seen people down here download TikTok platform, start following the brands on the spot. So that just shows these offline pieces, they will become a bigger lever to pull in the future. So this is again something we're incredibly bullish on, and we have been for some time. So I don't know how much time I have, but
Yeah, we have a couple minutes, and
okay.
thank you for that. Hands down, the coolest background of any speaker today. And I know because I have been there. Those life selling, like seeing it in real person, those life sellers and those life selling experiences is something else. And it makes you wonder, why am I not doing this for my brand? Nothing like, look at that. Look at that. They're like product samples everywhere, every single
These are
category or
retail
vertical.
products. These are all retail products. People can come in and buy
Look
offline and buy online.
Look at that. I love that. And Shane, you talked about the Social Commerce Fest. There's one
Correct.
happening next week. Where is it happening?
There is. So on the 25th, we are bringing SE Fest to Nashville. We have a 5-story activation, 40 brands, around 2,000 local affiliates in attendance, bunch of different activations, separate content houses that are going to be going on. It's very, very massive. And I know it's a little close, but we also are bringing this one back to LA, right in front of our storefront, all 3 blocks of the promenade on October 17th. So if anyone is interested in participating, yeah, let me know. We can get you in and get you a part of it.
Yeah, definitely go. I'll be there next week in Nashville because that is the place to be. And Outlandish is the partner to do it with. Shane, where can people find out more about you and Outlandish?
Anywhere, outlandishteams.com. You can find me on LinkedIn. I'm happy to hop on a call, chat, share insights. My whole thing is about transparency. I feel like the more the industry knows, the entire ecosystem will see an uplift. So I'm happy just to even have a chat, cup of coffee, touch base with me.
Shane is the man, and he will be sticking around backstage so he can answer some of the. You've got like a few questions actually here, in the Q and A and in the chat, and he'll drop his email and some info on Outlandish so you guys know how to reach them. Shane, thank you so much. Forever grateful for you.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.